Hi, this is SheriVeronica. Mercedez Layne was laid to rest the echoes of grief. This is the last thing she saw. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that that is the last thing you saw? Last breath you took, that face, his face, is the last thing you saw? You might say that he is innocent until proven guilty, but Mercedez Layne is dead, and she was tortured before she died. Someone did it. Someone that you birthed. Someone that you gave birth to took Mercedez Layne away from her mom, from her dad, from the others in her classes that knew her, the teachers, everyone. She was taken away from everyone. Okay? Can you imagine that this would be the face, the last thing you saw? I remember an incident where, this is Mercedes here while she was alive and posing for the camera. I remember an incident where this female left her child with a boyfriend because she got a job and she wanted to go and set things up where the new job was before she came back to get her daughter. And by the time she fixed everything, it was a couple of weeks she was away from her child. She left her child with a boyfriend. The child was dead. And during the trial, it was revealed that the child was saying, "Mommy, help me, mommy, help me, mommy, help me." And when I heard that, it rings true to me, because there are times when unfathomable things are happening in your life, when things really bad are happening to you, when you are down, when you are in a place where there's no light. There may be a tunnel, but there's no light. You find yourself crying out to your mother. I've said this before while I've blogged. I've found myself, and I know that my mama, was not going to be there to help me, but I found myself when I was in big spaces and I had to find my way, and I felt as though I was lost. I felt like I was crying out to my mom. I was like, "Mama, help me, help me." And you will just cry out to your mother. So I'm sure Mercedes was crying out to her mom. I'm sure she was crying out to her mother. It's something that we all do. Even guys, I hear, they do it. They cry out for their mothers. That's why I'm so hard on females when they bring their children into this world and there's no great preparation. This should be the greatest of preparations before you bring a child into this world. And the thing about it is that you fail to understand is you are that child's, like God, you are that child's everything. You cannot take it lightly. You cannot take your eyes off your children. You cannot. Yes, you want them to fly. You want them to spread their wings and fly. But when they are young, you must keep your eyes on your children. I've told you before, I've gone out in my yard because I usually live in wooded areas. And sometimes when you walk outside and you hear birds chirping like really bad and they're flying around your head, you know children, you know their eggs or their children around, young birds, not children, young birds around, you know it. You see it in nature. You see it in nature. So what is going wrong with humans? What is going wrong with you? Can you imagine that this is the last face Mercedes saw? The last face. His name is Richard Renalis. Renalis. I will be following up on his trial, and when he is found guilty, I will be following up on it. But who is his mother? Who birthed him? Who birthed? Yes, we have to wait for the guilty verdict. Yes, we do have to wait. But you know, when they say innocent until proven guilty, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. If you are not innocent, you are not innocent. You may not be guilty, but if you're not innocent, you're not innocent. The process, the judiciary, the courts, the system now has to pull everything together and find you guilty, because we have laws. There are laws. And the laws, as I've said to you many, many times before, laws were created to protect women and children from men, from guys, from males. Laws were created to protect women and children from guys. So now we have to wait to see if he's found guilty. But we know that there's someone who is not innocent who did what they did to Mercedes. We just have to make sure it's him, okay? But look at him. Who birthed Richard Renalis? Who birthed him? Who is his mother? Is she able to walk around, to go to the shop, to be in her yard, to come outside in front of her house to air, to have the wind blow on her face and sit down? Is she able to do that? Is his father able to move around like normal? Like normal? Yeah, it starts over. This is the send-off. This is the funeral of Mercedez Layne. She was murdered in Trinidad. Like I said, I'll keep an eye on it, and I'll let you know when her murderer is found guilty. He should never, whoever it is, should never walk outside as a free person ever again in his life. Never, ever, ever walk outside again. And wouldn't it be interesting if he got bail? Wouldn't that be interesting if they gave him bail, like how you do in Barbados? You give anyone can get bail. Anyone can get bail. That would be so interesting. I'm telling you. I don't know. I'm not telling you anything because, there's some people you can't really tell anything to. You're going to have to learn the hard way. You're going to have to learn the hard way. Okay? This is SheriVeronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.